Today I'm going to rank the top 5 most annoying enemies in Total War Warhammer 3 according to myself. Let's get one thing straight out of the way. This didn't make the list, but it's an honorable mention for me because I honestly think it's annoying, but it's not the most annoying in the game, but it's the vampires and most specifically Vlad respawning. I mean, that dude, if you kill him, he just comes back the next turn. It's honestly crazy. And on top of that, he can just spawn an army out of nowhere. They're so annoying to deal with. Luckily, they mostly have low-tiered units, so later in the game, they're just a pushover, but I had to mention Vlad here. But now, starting off the list and coming in at number 5, we have Dwarves. And most specifically, I'm going to say late game and very early game Dwarves. Mid game, I don't think so much, but let me explain. So early game, they mostly have armor, they're quite resilient, they're very strong, especially if you have to deal with Ungrim Iron Fist or with Belagar with all of his ghosts. I mean, they have a lot of armor, they're just hard to get through because honestly, in the early game, you don't have as much armor piercing and it's just really annoying. They can spam armies on higher difficulties and they're not easy to win against. But then in the late game, they just have so many stacks. It's just an entire onslaught of dwarves. Very resilient troops. Really strong lords. And they just keep going. They can honestly burn you down so extremely fast. And if you have to face Ungrim Iron Fist and he just wrecks all your lords, it's freaking annoying. On top of that as well, Slayer armies are so annoying. Oh, I have to mention them as well. Just the Slayer spam, Slayer pirates, whatever. They just keep going. You need to kill every single unit on the freaking map because they're unbreakable. So, oh man, I get angry only thinking about this, especially if they're in Ungrim's army. And then you have Karagrim Iron Fist as well. Man, oh man. Coming in at number 4, I don't think you guys would expect this on number 4, but for me personally, it's the Lizardmen. I mean, they have huge armies with very expensive and hard to kill units. Mostly their monsters are just very annoying, but especially early on as well, the Saurus warriors, really strong, especially if you play Tomb Kings or whatever, or Skaven. They are really good and hard to deal with, but late game, I mean, thanks to the AI buffs, of course, or the AI cheats, if you want to call it that, they're actually so much more efficient with the armies. They can just spam everything. They can have that ride that has all the dinos in the army, and they just run around with that. They just stack all of these monsters on top of each other, and honestly, with the AI there, they can just keep on going with building armies. Very low upkeep for them, of course. Very good armies, and not a lot of cheap units that they usually spam. I think they are definitely up there in the list. And by the way, if you guys have anything you find annoying that I'm missing in my list, please mention it, of course, down below in the comments. I would appreciate that. Let's also try to hit 250 likes on this video, and I will do more lists. Of course, this is my own personal opinion, so I would love to hear you guys' lists. Coming in at number 3, what obviously makes my blood boil is the Wood Elves, especially in Ethel Lauren. I mean, that forest is so damn annoying. If you enter it, you are hit with attrition. All of the armies that they have there just have lots of range units. They can continuously kite you, so that's annoying as well. If you want to fight them, they just run away with their Waystalkers, Deepwood Scouts. They do a lot of damage and they have a lot of ammunition. And on top of that, if you want to actually take the trees, you have to do these siege battles where they can just hide freaking everywhere. So I try to usually just let them be. I know that's not the right move sometimes, or I trade away my settlements to just keep them at peace with me. But if you really have to fight them, it's going to take a little bit of just resilience to pull on through, I must say. But what you can do to combat this, of course, get some faster units to run down the archers. but they usually have quite a well-mixed army, so not the most fun. And of course they're just sitting there in their large settlements with like a 20 stack on top of the settlement garrison that also has a 20 stack, so you have to like fight 40 units at once. Not that fun. I hate them so much. Another very annoying enemy is, in my opinion, Kyros. Yeah, this might come as a surprise as well, but if you guys have played a lot of Warhammer, you guys know what he can do. He's just trading your settlements away, freezing your armies, using the mutagenic energies on your lords so they cannot replenish for a couple of turns. And that's just very, very unfortunate if you're playing and you can't do anything about that. Normally when I see him, I just instantly declare war so he cannot trade my settlements away, but then he comes after me. And he has quite strong units and armies as well. Obviously, if you play as like Tackless, you're close to him, so I would suggest just taking him out early on. But if you're facing him later, he becomes such a freaking menace. It's unbelievable. And for me, the most annoying enemy on this list, I think you guys can already guess it, but it's going to be the Skaven. The Skaven just overall are really hard to deal with. They have the cheapest armies. They have warp lightning that they can just keep on spamming. I mean, they have cheap spells, cheap armies. They have in the later game even weapon teams that are really cost efficient. They shred your armor. They have warp fire throwers, all these weapon teams that grind you down. It's just not fun. Even if you like almost kill them, they just spawn 3, 4, 5 stacks out of nowhere. And you have to siege them and they just keep on going. And then on the battle map, they also have the menaces below. And the menaces below are just tunneling underneath your units. And that's even more annoying to deal with. They just come out, wreck your backline. You always try to at least combat it somewhat, but can't always do that. And of course, if you're fighting Ikit as well, he can also drop a freaking nuke on your entire army. That is not fun at all. So at all times I try to just not fight them if I don't have to, but they're just scattered all over the map. If you're playing Cathay, you have Clan Ashen there. If you're playing with Belagar, you have Ikit Claw. Bretonia, you have Ikit Claw. You have all these little factions scattered around, and normally they are actually one of the top enemy factions if you get later into the game. Clan Morse is always a menace, and I must say if you're fighting them a lot later on, they have well-balanced armies as well. So the Storm Vermin are just wrecking through your units. Oh man, it's so annoying. You better just join them. Just join the Skaven tide. Just play the Skaven. You have a much easier and more fun time than playing against them. Obviously, if you eventually get through them, it feels very, very satisfying, but that's a big if you even want to keep on playing, because obviously they can make it so annoying for you and you just want to quit the campaign right there. Hopefully you guys did like this quick list that I put together. Hopefully you guys like these kind of videos as well. I try to do a little bit of everything right now. So I recently did a mod video, of course doing my campaigns. Hopefully you guys want to see more of this in the future, and I will see you guys in the next one.